Welcome to Arthur's Corner. I am your host, Dale Brab. Today I am going to share with you part 4 of a reading I did July 2025 at Cornucopia Restaurant. And if you like this video, please tell it, push like, and also subscribe. Now, let's get on with Robot Puppy.
Well, we're getting down to the end. I can tell my voice is getting kind of raspy, but that's okay. It's been worth it.
Thanks for doing it.
Yes.
This is a story I just wrote 2 days ago. I play some games on the computer, and in this one game, if you run out of moves, you have to watch a little ad for 15-second ad or something like that, and then you get 5 more moves. And lately they've been showing this company that makes robot puppies, little teacup poochies, they're cute as hell. Anyway, it got it like I told you about the muse. It gets in my brain, and then it starts cogitating or fermenting. Maybe that'd be a better word. Anyway, here's the result. Robot puppy. I had high hopes for my robot puppy when I first got him. It was a delight to train the little guy. He was so smart. According to the manual, he was made with advanced AI, which made him capable of learning how to conform to my life. We spent hours together playing, only having to stop now and again to recharge his nickel-cadmium batteries. And even that we made into a game we called Dinner Time. It's amazing how similar the recharging was to the feeding he wasn't capable of doing physiologically. Having a robot for a dog also means no cleaning up after him, no shredded couches, and a backyard you could walk barefoot in without fear of stepping in anything unpleasant. Robbie, as I called him, never chewed up my shoes. How could he, since he didn't have any teeth? They had provided him with the cutest tongue, which he'd show whenever he got the scent of food. Wasn't that ingenious of them to give him a sense of smell? Just like a real dog, almost. But the technology hadn't progressed far enough to give him much movement with his mouth. He couldn't yawn, for example, to tell me that his batteries were getting low. That would have been a helpful signal to have programmed him with. I guess you can't have everything, and making a mobile mouth probably presented them with insurmountable problems they didn't want to deal with. I've got to say, Robbie really began to grow, not physically, when I taught him how to operate the computer. His advanced AI kicked in right away, and his legs and paws that used to be a little clumsy with the running and walking became the curse's friend, and in no time at all he was scrolling all over the place. I should have realized what was going to happen, but I was so pleased to see him communicating with a like mind, and it made him as happy as a puppy gets, his tail wagging 60 miles an hour. Yes, there were storm clouds on the horizon, and this is the way it started. Robbie began to click on every link he could find about dogs, all the breeds, mannerisms, traits, etc., and it began to dawn on him how different he was from his namesake animal. I believe this is when he started harboring a secret wish to become an actual dog, a living, breathing dog. And it came with an attendant birth of self-loathing, knowing he wasn't capable of ever achieving such a goal. That bar was too high to jump over, and I think, though he tried to hide it, I think he was getting more and more depressed. And as I said, I was oblivious to it all. I loved our seemingly happy little home. There's no way to prove what he did was for the reasons I've just set down. He couldn't communicate his inner thoughts to me, or so I thought. But a clue was in a poem I found later he'd left in documents. I know you leave a trail, but I cannot follow it. Fleas will never know the taste of my blood. My skin doesn't need scratching with my hind leg. I have no pack. It's not much of a poem, but it told me exactly why he began to waste away. The chargings didn't seem to be helping him like before. He became listless, preferring to nap on a pillow rather than be his former rambunctious self. I realized now it was like a disease, as if his little USB port was failing and my warranty didn't cover it, so there'd be no medicine from the factory. The day he finally lay there stone cold dead, his charger still attached, was one of the saddest days of my life. I'd never be able to get another robot puppy to replace him. The thought was just too painful to even contemplate. His bright little candle had burned out and left a corner of my soul in darkness. I buried him in the yard and put a marker right where he could have seen it out the window where he often sat watching life outside. I think he became a real dog, at least in my heart of hearts. That there in that little furry bag of parts, he fulfilled a dog's purpose. I didn't lose my robot puppy, no. I lost my friend and companion. And every time I look out the window and see that marker out in the yard, I'm reminded of the little guy and how I used to worry so that I'd step on him as he danced around my feet. If there was a failure in our relationship, it was mine, that he never considered to me be part of his pack. A failure I guess I'll always have to live with. My own personal bar that was just too high to get over. Robot puppy. Everyone needs one. And then